Chapter 3 The Testament of Levi. The third son of Jacob and Leah, a copy of the words of Levi. The things he decreed to his sons concerning all they were to do, and the things that would happen to them until the day of judgment. He was in good health when he summoned them, but it had been revealed to him that his death was near. When they were gathered together, he said, I, Levi, was born in Haran, and came with my father to Shechem. I was a youth, about 20 years old, when together with Simeon I carried out vengeance against Hamor because of our sister Dinah. As I was tending the flocks in Abel Maol, a spirit of understanding from the Lord came upon me, and I observed all human beings living deceitfully. Sin was building walls, and injustice was setting itself up like fortified towers. I grieved over the ways of mankind and prayed to the Lord for deliverance. Then sleep fell upon me, and I beheld a high mountain, and I was upon it. The heavens were opened, and an angel of the Lord spoke to me, saying, Levi, enter. I entered the first heaven, and saw much water suspended there. Then I saw a second heaven, brighter and more glorious, rising to immeasurable heights. I asked the angel why these things were so, and he said, Do not be amazed, for you shall see another heaven more glorious still, when you ascend there. You shall stand near the Lord. You shall be his priests, and reveal his mysteries to men. You shall announce the one who is to redeem Israel. Through you and Judah the Lord will be seen by men. Your life shall be sustained by the Lord, who will be to you as field, vineyard, and treasure. Listen, therefore, concerning the heavens shown to you. The lowest is dark because it sees all the injustices of humankind. It contains fire, snow, and ice, prepared for the day of God's righteous judgment. In it dwelled the spirits appointed for the punishment of mankind. In the highest heaven dwells the great glory in the Holy of Holies. With him are the archangels who serve and offer intercession for the sins committed in ignorance by the righteous. They present to the Lord a pleasing, bloodless offering. Below them are the messengers who carry out the responses of the angels of the Lord's presence. There also are thrones and authorities whose praises rise eternally to God. When the Lord looks upon us, all tremble, even the heavens, the earth, and the abysses. Yet the sons of men remain insensitive and continue provoking the Most High. Know, then, that the Lord will bring judgment upon mankind. Even when creation is shaken, when the sun is darkened, when waters dry up, when fire is subdued, when spirits vanish, and when the depths seize their prey, still men will persist in wrongdoing. Therefore they will be condemned. The Most High has heard your prayer to be delivered from evil, that you might become his son, minister, and priest in his presence. You shall kindle the light of knowledge in Jacob, and be as the sun to the posterity of Israel. Blessing shall be given to you and your descendants until, through his compassion, the Lord visits all nations forever. Counsel and understanding have been given to you, so that you may instruct your sons. Those who bless him shall be blessed. Those who curse him shall perish. Then the angel opened the gates of heaven, and I saw the Holy Most High seated on his throne. He said, Levi, to you I have given the blessing of the priesthood until I come to dwell in the midst of Israel. The angel returned me to the earth, and gave me a shield and a sword, saying, Execute judgment on Shechem for the sake of Dinah, your sister, for the Lord has sent me. I carried out judgment upon the sons of Hamor as written in the tablets of the fathers. I said, Teach me your name, Lord, that I may call upon you in times of tribulation. And he said, I am the angel who intercedes for Israel, that they may not be struck down. After this I awoke and blessed the Most High. As I went to my father, I found a brazen shield. The mountain was therefore called Aspis. I kept these words in my heart. I advised my father and Reuben to tell the sons of Hamor to be circumcised, for I was filled with zeal because of what they had done to my sister. I destroyed Shechem first, and Simeon destroyed Hamor. Then our brothers came and destroyed the city by the sword. When my father heard this, he was angry and sorrowful. for they had received circumcision and then died, and so he withheld his blessing from us. Thus we sinned by acting contrary to his wishes, and he became sick that day. But I saw that God's judgment was against them, for they had intended to do to Sarah and Rebekah what they did to Dinah, but the Lord prevented them. They persecuted Abraham when he was a wanderer, harassed his flocks, and mistreated those of his household. They seized the wives of nomads and murdered them. But the wrath of God finally came upon them. I said to my father, "Through you, the Lord will bring the Canaanites to nothing and give their land to your descendants." From this day Shechem shall be called the city of the senseless, for as one scoffs at a fool, so we scoffed at them, because by defiling my sister they committed folly in Israel. Then we departed and came to Bethel. There I again saw a vision after 70 days. 7 men in white garments appeared, saying, "Arise, put on the vestments of the priesthood, the crown of righteousness, the oracle of understanding, the robe of truth, the breastplate of faith, the mitre, and the apron of prophetic power." Each carried one of these and placed them upon me, saying, "From now on be a priest, you and your descendants." One anointed me with holy oil and gave me a staff. Another washed me with pure water, fed me with bread and holy wine, and clothed me in a glorious garment. Another placed upon me a linen ephod, another a purple girdle, another a branch of rich olive wood, another a wreath, and the last placed the priestly diadem on my head and filled my hands with incense, that I might serve as priest of the Lord. They said, "Your descendants shall be divided into 3 orders, as a sign of the glory of the Lord who is coming. The first shall be great above all, the second shall serve in the priesthood, the third shall receive a new name. For from Judah a king will arise, who will establish a new priesthood for all nations." When I awoke, I understood that this dream was like the first, and I hid it in my heart. After 2 days, Judah and I went with our father Jacob to Isaac, our grandfather, who blessed me according to the vision. When we came to Bethel, my father saw a vision concerning my priesthood. Then we came to Hebron to dwell there. He rose early and paid tithes to the Lord through me. Isaac continually called me to remind me of the law of the Lord as the angel had shown me. He taught me the law of the priesthood, sacrifices, offerings, first fruits, and the duties of purification. He warned me against the spirit of promiscuity, for it would defile the sanctuary through my descendants. He told me to take a wife free from blame and not from foreign nations. He instructed me in the laws of washing before and after sacrifices, and in presenting offerings to the Lord. Now, my children, observe the things I command you. I am free of responsibility for your impiety or transgressions. Until the end of the ages, you will act lawlessly in Israel, so that Jerusalem will not endure your wickedness, and the veil of the temple will be torn, exposing your shame. You will be scattered among the nations as captives, a disgrace and a curse. I married at 28, and my wife bore Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. Jochebed was born in Egypt. My sons took wives and bore children. I entered Canaan at 8 years old, killed Shechem at 18, served as priest at 19, married at 28, and entered Egypt at 48. In my 118th year, Joseph died. Now, my children, fear the Lord with your whole heart and walk in his law. Teach your children letters, so they may understand the law all their lives. Whoever knows the law will be honored everywhere, and will gain many friends. Sow righteousness in your souls, and you will reap it in your lives. Sow evil, and you will reap trouble. Acquire wisdom in the fear of the Lord. For if captivity comes and possessions are lost, wisdom remains unless destroyed by sin. Whoever preserves himself from evil will find wisdom to be a homeland in a foreign land and a friend among enemies. Whoever teaches good and practices it shall be honored, as Joseph was. From the writings of Enoch I know that in the end time you will act impiously, bringing shame upon Israel. You should be lights to the nation, but you will darken yourselves with wickedness You will corrupt the priesthood, profane the offerings, commit immorality, and take foreign wives. You will exalt yourselves in pride and mock the sacred things. Therefore the sanctuary will become desolate, and you will be captives among the nations, receiving scorn and humiliation. If not for the mercy granted through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, none of your descendants would remain. For 70 weeks you will profane the priesthood, reject the law, persecute the righteous, and shed innocent blood. Because of this, your holy places will be destroyed, and you will be scattered until the Lord again has compassion. In each jubilee there will be a priesthood. The first will be great and speak to God as a father. The second will be conceived, in sorrow yet glorify. The third will be overtaken by grief. The fourth will suffer greatly. The fifth, sixth, and seventh will be darkened. In the seventh there will be pollution too great to describe. They will be taken captive, and their land and possessions seized. In the 5th week they will return and rebuild the house of the Lord. In the 7th week corrupt priests will arise. When vengeance comes, the priesthood will fail. Then the Lord will raise up a new priest, to whom all his words will be revealed. He will judge the earth in truth for many days. His star will rise. Like a king, bringing the light of knowledge, he will shine like the sun, removing all darkness, and peace will fill the earth. The heavens and earth will rejoice, and the knowledge of the Lord will cover the earth like the waters of the sea. The heavens will open, and sanctification will come upon him with a fatherly voice. The glory of the Most High will rest upon him, and the spirit of understanding and holiness will be upon him. He will give the majesty of the Lord to his true children forever.